Hey guys, CBK391 here, and I'm gonna be like finishing the fourth quarter, but I found out that it doesn't actually finish in this video because of like lots of what do you call it, like turnover, well not turnovers, but like free throws and stuff. It like kind of adds a lot of time onto the game. So instead of like playing 5 minutes into this game, it's actually only 4 minutes in NBA time. Yeah, because of like all the free throws and stuff, which actually are pretty annoying. But I'm gonna do this in, oh my, I forgot about that. I'm gonna do this in two parts, but I'm gonna be well, two parts of the fourth quarter. But I'm gonna be telling like how stuff went down in year 6 for me. Like when I went to this trip in Aventira, which was like a really, really like massive hotel sort of thing, which I went with loads of school friends and that for a trip. So like on the way there, we had a kind of long journey, like pretty very long journey. But at the time, you know, I was fresh. I was fresh at the time, yeah. So like I was like sitting with my friends, you know, like JD Insider. Yep, I known him for so long, and my other friend called Victor. Like we were just sitting on the bus singing and stuff, and then we were like drawing chicks, man. We were chick magnets. We were drawing them chicks. You know what I'm saying? But I lied. No chicks. But then when we got there, like a couple hours later, we realized that the breakfast that they serve there is second to none. I mean, think like it's like 3 times as good as your mom's cooking, blood. That's how good. I don't know how good your mom cooks there, but 3 times whatever your mom cooks. And if your mom cooks really bad, then 5 times that. Yeah, just please. Yeah. So, and then for entertainment, when we were there, there was like it was like, cause like we were kind of young. It was year 6 and stuff. Like we went into like this TV area at like near the end of the day before we went to bed and stuff. Well, before we had like dinner, I'm pretty sure it was. And then we kind of like watched TV, and then like when we wanted to like choose what we wanted to watch, we had like a vote, but it was a landslide of what they chose. And you know what these people chose? These fresh year 6, they should not have chosen it, yeah, but they chose EastEnders. Something in the back of my head told me that they were going to choose EastEnders all along, because you know, it's like I don't know what people see in EastEnders. I just really despise EastEnders. Yeah, I'm gonna use that word, despise EastEnders, because it just makes no sense, to be honest, to me. Like, one of the last things I'm going to be talking about in this section is the sweet shop. That sweet shop was balling with sweets. I mean, I literally felt like a kid in a candy store, because it was a candy store and I was a kid. But like nowadays, candy stores have nothing on the candy stores back then. But this was so good. There was just so many sweets everywhere, and luckily, yeah, I was balling at the time, so it was alright for me. But like I kind of had to send some people some money, because they didn't have as much dough as me, you know, because I was balling, because my parents, because unlike now, I get money for like for school dinners and stuff, but then I didn't. So then they could give me dough when they wanted. So then they made it rain when they gave it to me, and I was making it rain in that sweet shop, you know. Like it was the last day. It was like the opportunity, like one of the only opportunities to go to the sweet shop, and I was like, I'm gonna take this. And then because I hadn't gone the previous occasions, because I was just like, nah, I ain't into sweets and that as much as I am now. So then I decided not to go, but I don't regret that. Yeah, like, so like the next thing that I'm gonna be talking about is teachers' night patrol. Like every night there'll be like a bunch of teachers that walked past our room, and we had like 5 people in our room, and those 5 people were pretty noisy. But basically, we were unfortunate enough to be placed on a floor where there was teachers about 3 or 4 doors down, and they could literally hear pretty much whatever we did, because like there was 5 of us in our room, but next door to us there was a room full of 10 girls. So we were like kind of lucky that they didn't really pay attention to us as much as they did to the girls, because there was too many of the girls in that one room, and they were so lucky that they were allowed to be in that room with 10 people, because we were actually trying to claim that, but we ain't lucky enough. So then basically we stayed in the room, and our room was live. But at night time, every time this one teacher, I'm just gonna call her Miss A for naming purposes. Miss A, every night she walked by our door, and every time we were walking, well, every time we were doing that, every time she was like patrolling near our room, we were always noisy. And then she'd come in and say, "Alright, stop being noisy," and then she'd walk away. We'd like listen to the footsteps. Whoops. She'd be a couple like footsteps away, and then we'd just be like, we start making noise, doing whatever we were doing. And then she comes back, "Alright, that's the next time. Stop making noise." Ooh, red hot on fire. And then we're just like, alright. And then we didn't, as we do, we didn't stop making noise. So we just kept making noise. And then this one time, she lost the plot. She lost it, and she like, I wouldn't say shouting, I would say aggressively voicing her views on what we were doing, if that makes any sense. Basically, yeah. So okay, so that was like, I'm gonna stop like the stories and stuff for a minute. That was the draft, which was actually a rather good draft. I got a good performance, B-, 7 highlight plays, one dynamic goal. Yeah. But 292 VC, which isn't too bad considering what I got last time. It was disgraceful what I got last time, because last time I think I got, like, oh yeah, here's Jackson Ellis, and he's congratulating me because like I kind of got gas to him, but I made up for like getting gas to him because I whooped him. He got I think it was like 12 points maybe if he was lucky, and I got 28, as you know, because as you do, I like, this is the second time I've done the playthrough, and I got a bit better, to be honest, still. So now this is my manager telling me that we're gonna be seeing a lot more of him, and my guy's just chill, he ain't worrying about it. But I don't think that they accurately like put the height, because my guy's 5'7", and this guy is not smaller than 5'7", because he is probably about 5'7". Like, I think because the second time he was like the same height as well, so I'm pretty sure that whatever height you put, he's always gonna be a little bit taller than your agent, no matter what height you are. Just a bit weird. I mean, I like to see my height comparison. I mean, Jackson Ellis is actually 5'6", if I can remember. You'll see it in the draft. It shows you like what height he is. And now this is like me taking the personality test and stuff, like, so then the people in NBA can know what personality I have and what I'm like, and to see if I'm like the kind of person that they want in their team. So I go and take this personality test in the next section, and I answer, the questions that they just want to hear, not what I know. So my agent slash friend asked me like what team I would play for if I had the opportunity, and obviously, me, I decided to go OKC, number one team. Yep, they're boss. They're like one of the best teams ever. Currently, we got Kevin Durant, who is a goal scoring machine. But it's like, to ask me what I would like to be, like, as what's the main goal that I have in the NBA, and like, cause you gotta like trying to please them and stuff. I decided to be a good teammate. I'm a decent teammate, but not exemplary. Not exemplary. Do you feel like the ball should be on your hands the last shot of the game? No. Do you feel like it's your responsibility to keep your teammates playing at a high level? Yes. Which one of the following is more important to you, defense or scoring? Defense. Do you prefer players to call from the floor or look to coach for help? Yeah, help. Yes. And I forgot the last question. Oh well, you might be able to see it if you're lucky. So this is the first draft we've actually Detroit Pistons. I might actually not talk about the story in this video, in this section, because of like the importance of this. This is important. This is like important parts, because it involves it like basically tells me where I'm gonna get the team, or where I'm gonna start with the team. Like basically, Detroit. This is the first draft I got for Detroit Pistons, and the Detroit Pistons are basically like they're gonna start rebuilding their team, and they're asking me if I'm prepared to start, if I'm prepared to go in with like creating a new team and that, and then obviously trying to please them. I said yes, and it's not a problem for me, but the reaction that I got from the second team that I got drafted for, and how I got disappointed so much, it's very, very astounding. They said, where do you see your career going? So then, obviously trying to make myself seem good, I decided to say I want to be the best that I can be, which is true. I didn't lie. It's true. But so I kind of like went a bit too well in the draft, even though that's who my second draft was. The second draft I had was by OKC. I believe that the OKC draft went a lot better than the Detroit Pistons, in my opinion. Yes, because he started talking to me about adapting into the team, because like they've already got like some pretty good players in their team, such as like Cephalosha, Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, Lamb. There's Perkins. There's all types of good people that they can just roll off. They don't just have like one like main attraction which they always use. Like they said, what if I'm preparing to like move into like a different position, if like I don't have the thing, Majib. If I don't have because like the position that I play is already like occupied by Russell Westbrook, because I'm point guard, and Russell Westbrook, I can tell you now, he is clinical. Yeah, and the next question they asked is, how important is a lottery pick in the draft? And I said what I said is something that you'll find out in the next part of the video. So basically, this is the draft, and I decided like I'm gonna show you a little bit, because like this draft is pretty long, but I decided to show you like start it where Jackson Ellis got it. Well, Jackson Ellis got drafted, and he got drafted to the Charlotte Bobcats. The Charlotte Bobcats are actually a pretty decent team. In the other my career that I did, basically, like, you can check like which teams are interested in buying you, and they were the number one, and then like two down, like third was like OKC. So I was cool. I was down with that, but I'm not sure how much they like kind of want me in the team in this one, but I'm pretty sure it's kind of low because my guy is dead right about now. But he's been better than the last my career that I did, because I was such a noob back then. So Alex, then, he's pretty tall and he's pretty good. He plays for the Phoenix Suns. I'm pretty sure that this game has the draft from the actual real draft from 2013. I'm pretty sure, like, because some of these players, yeah, well, obviously they are real. So it's not. I'm not so sure about Jackson Ellis. He might be an NBA, like a creation of NBA that they made. So then there's Ben McLemore going to the Kings. The Kings are a decent team. And then this is like him saying, alright, so basically, I get drafted. And you wanna know who got drafted by? The team that I get drafted by is Detroit Pistons. I was kind of annoyed, but then again, I realized that the Detroit Pistons aren't that bad. But I kind of wanted like to go to the OKC because I had a pretty good game. I had 28 points, 1 assist, and 3 steals, which is actually pretty good. And most of my team's points came from me, but I did get a good teammate score. I did. So you can't say that I was being greedy and just taking the ball for myself, because I did shift that ball off to my teammate. So this is my GM coach, my general manager. This is my GM, my general manager. So basically, he's like telling me and welcoming me to Detroit Pistons and giving me the contract, which I look back at my agent to see if he's down with signing that after like this short introduction video that they sent me, which I'm probably gonna show you like the first bit. I might skip a little bit because, well, it's just to give you like a gist of what's gonna happen. Yeah, that's pretty good. 3 NBA championships, 7 conference championships. That is actually so like this is like the last little bit. Well, like that was pretty good. Like I like the Detroit Pistons. They're doing pretty well in the league, and this is me like after I signed the contract and stuff, after I watched the video. So basically I'm heading to the arena and I'm just about to chill after that pretty good draft. So after this I'm gonna start getting some gameplay from the Detroit Pistons, which I hope will go decently. Peace.